So exciting. Chicago Theater Week is back February 17th through the 27th. There's a whole bunch of productions, whether, some of the bigger theaters or some of our smaller community theaters that are taking place, and you're getting a really great price. We have Deb Clapp here, Executive Director for the League of Chicago Theaters. It's great to be back in person, and it's so glad to see theater come back to Chicagoland.
Isn't it fantastic? So Chicago Theater Week, for people who don't know, it's a celebration of Chicago theater happening February 17th through the 27th. And the way that it works is all tickets are either $30 or $15 or even, sometimes even less. You can go out and check out a show, maybe at a theater that you've never been to before, or, take a chance on something, a show that you haven't seen before. It's a lot of fun. And we find that people really, being a part of Chicago Theater Week really makes them feel a part of Chicago theater, which is such an extraordinary Chicago treasure.
And you get a little bit of that incentive to go back, with the great price. Maybe you can spend, splurge on dinner or lunch, as well too, and make it a whole afternoon or evening.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Broadway in Chicago, they've got a couple of big shows. Come From Away, The Play That Goes Wrong, which is currently playing right now through April. These are two big shows that you're getting a great price on those.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good deal for those shows. And, I know I'm really looking forward to seeing Come From Away.
It's a beautiful story. I've seen it multiple times, and I can't wait to go back and see it again. And if audiences went back and saw West Side Story last year in the movie theaters, it's at Marriott Theatre this year as well too. It's part of Chicago Theater Week. So if that movie got you the excitement, there's a lot of Oscar buzz around that. Go see it on stage. This is how the show first started.
Yeah, absolutely. And Marriott always does such a great job with the musicals, and I'm sure this will be just an amazing production.
Now, it's not just, the bigger theaters, a lot of the community theaters, Windy City Playhouse, Timeline Theater. Mention a couple of the theaters that are, maybe and are based in our communities, or people can get tickets as well, too.
Sure. Timeline Theater is going to be doing a show called Relentless, and they're participating in Theater Week. Invictus Theater, which is a small theater on the north side, they're going to be doing the Ruined, the Lynn Nottage play, which is an amazingly powerful piece. And out in the suburbs too, Northlight Theater is doing Fireflies, which I understand is a really beautiful piece. So there is a lot going on all over the city and into the suburbs.
There's something for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. There is something for everybody. And I always say that about theater in general. And again, Chicago Theater Week is a great time to, maybe say, oh, I don't know, I've never heard of this musical, or, maybe you've never heard of Come From Away, or maybe Relentless is not a musical, but, to try out a title, invest the $30 or $15 and try out something that you maybe wouldn't normally go see.
And because we've got, a 10-day period, you can go see multiple things.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Stages are reopening. Obviously, audiences are being careful. But what is that feeling like for you, especially seeing all these shows come back? And, what does that do to your spirit and to your soul?
What does it do to my spirit? I'll tell you, it makes me so happy to see these theaters back in performance, and my experience, being an audience member is really just so, people are so happy to be back. It's it really, excuse me, it's a joyous experience for not just for me, I think for the whole audience. A lot of the time, it's really something very special.
I've been to a couple of shows, since things started to reopen, and just seeing how, just that feeling of getting dressed up, crying with an audience, laughing with an audience, just, having that moment of wanting to, converse with the people that you came with about the show. That is just something that you don't realize that your soul needed. And you've got 10 days to go ahead and check it out. February 17th through the 27th, ChicagoTheaterWeek.com is where you can go ahead and purchase all those tickets. Deb, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Rudy. Thanks for having me.